Hello, I am Mallikarjun Hudedmani. Would like to share my video lectures and problem solving classes to you all to make your preparation easier and solve problems in a very effective manner. Number of problems which have been used to present to you surely help you to get the good attention to solve the problems. Your constructive feedback is always expected, and please give feedback to improve upon the videos which I'm going to upload. Slide itself. State Ohm's law, explain the limitations and applications clearly would be the best question. Hope I'm audible to you all at this time. Audible?
Yes,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Audible?
Yes,
Please.
sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Please take care. You must draw a small sketch of a circuit. I have seen in internal assessment test, and I have seen you in the UT. You people usually forget to write one small sketch, a voltage source, a resistor, or a conductor like AB, thick line drawn, and mentioning it as a conductor and explaining the statement. It means statement of Ohm's law. State Ohm's law and its limitations clearly. Full point. A question another may be also its applications or limitations would be the question. For this, it would be nearly 4 to 5 marks. So don't rush immediately with a simple one line of writing and writing one V equal to IR equation and stopping it. So don't do that. Carefully, you need to narrate the statement. What is that? Current flowing through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference exist across two ends provided physical condition and temperature remain the constant, and all the things you need to narrate, and applicable to, not applicable to, all those things as per the question you need to consider. That is the first question possible in this particular chapter. Okay, next question in the sense is directly we go with a series and parallel circuit. Obtain equivalent resistance of a series circuit and parallel circuit and derive the equation necessary would be the state question. Or show that the series resistor in a circuit is algebraic sum of the resistors in the combination, like R equal to sum of all the resistor in case of resistor circuit series. In case of resistor circuit in parallel, how do we write? Show that two resistors when are connected to a combination, equivalent resistance is the ratio of product of resistance to the sum of resistance. So instead of telling you R equivalent equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2, you have been said to prove this. Equivalent resistance of two resistor in parallel is the ratio of product of resistances R1 R2 to the sum of resistor R1 R2, like this way. Or simply it will be explain, derive, obtain equivalent resistance of a several resistor in a combination connected to a source. Get R. Of resistors comprising in the circuit and the notations of current, voltage as applicable. If it is series circuit, total V equal to V1 plus V2, what we write. In case of resistor in parallel, total I equal to I1 and I2 in this way. So you need to find this as one of the best possible question in this chapter. Next we have the resistor in current division and voltage division. So when we have current division, voltage division, definitely when I have two resistor in parallel combination, whenever we find a total current I is entering to a junction, there is a portion of the current I1 rush to R1, remaining current go to next R. We have taken I1, I2 nothing but sum together represent I. There is a division of current. That's called as explain current division and derive necessary equation for the same would be the question. Explain current division and derive necessary equation for the same. It can be other way also. Explain what is voltage division and derive necessary equation. or together in a single question worth 6 marks. 3 marks for the current division, 3 marks for the voltage division. It would be there. Then you are very clearly known. Whenever we say voltage division, total applied voltage in a series circuit become V equal to V1 plus V2. So what is V1 in terms of V? What is V2 in terms of V? That's called division of total applied voltage into resistor 1 voltage as a V1, resistor 2 voltage V2. What is that V2, V1 in terms of V? That is known as writing the division of voltage. Similarly, when I have several resistors in parallel, what is the total current I? What is the I1 value? I1 in terms of I, and what is the I2 value? I2 in terms of I. That is called division of current. That's what is mentioned here. When you have parallel current in the parallel circuit, current division I1 is, if I go back here, current through this circuit I1 and I2, if I consider, I1 is total current into opposite arm resistance I R2 divided by sum of resistances. Suppose I2 I want, right? I2 equal to I R1 divided by R1 plus R2. That's what we have. Similarly, we have current division to voltage division also. So then we have several application of Ohm's law and other approaches. Next, we learned Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's voltage law. Explain. The question possible over here is state and explain Kirchhoff's current law and voltage law with a simple example. So this was a very, very common question, worth generally 6 marks. 3 marks for the current law, 3 marks for the voltage law. So if it is the case, you need to define very, very carefully. When a circuit is considered at a junction, algebraic sum of the current entering is equal to algebraic sum of the current leaving. A junction you need to highlight here. When you want to make a KVL to be explored, you have to consider a closed path for the current to flow. In an electric circuit, in a closed path, algebraic sum of the electromotive forces is equal to algebraic sum of the drops, IR drops in the circuit. Then you, according to which, you need to take a small picture of a circuit. Like a junction, several branches are connected through some resistor R1, R2, R3, R5 like that. Respectively, current I1, I2, I3, I4, I5 are mentioned. Then give an arbitrary direction. So no one has said me how to draw these things. Some of the currents I mentioned inward, some of the current I mentioned outward, according to the convention. Suppose if all the currents incoming you consider a positive, outgoing must be negative. In that way, you go around that. Take a algebraic summation of currents meeting at a point, or algebraic sum of the current incoming at one side and algebraic sum of the current outgoing other side, and equate it, or transfer at the one side. That becomes a justification for the Kirchhoff's current law. You should not forget writing a small sketch, defining it carefully, and obtaining the equation in this manner. Similarly, KVL, when I want to write in an electric circuit in a closed path. So algebraic sum of the electromotive forces, I should go around the circuit. What is that algebraic sum of the electromotive forces? V1, V2, V3. What is that net voltage available here? When we have several sources here, sources must be considered. Which is that source additive to the previous, additive to the previous, differential to the previous, like that. So we have to consider them. Go around that, take the algebraic sum of the electromotive force. In this equation, like we can see here, V1, V2, V4, two sources are there. So other three are drops. V2 is a drop across certain resistor. V3 is a drop across certain resistor. V5 is also certain drop across a resistor. Then algebraic sum of the electromotive forces. When I go around this, only voltage source I check. How many source I find? 2 voltage source. V1 negative, positive. I go around negative, positive. So this is getting added in series, like a torch batteries, negative, positive, negative, positive, like that. If I consider, they are getting series added. In that way, positive of the first battery is finding negative of the incoming battery, and positive of the second battery is your rising edge data. So therefore, it's V1 plus V4. You can see at the right side here, equal to In the same direction, I go around V2 plus V3 plus V5. So drops across the resistor should be equal. Or if I take everything one side, total algebraic sum of the voltage in a closed loop is zero. This is called rise of potential, fall of potential comes. Whenever there is a potential getting added, increase the circuit voltage. That's called rise in potential. Whenever we find a circuit element like a resistor, it do drop the voltage because of IR drop across that. So we call it as fall in potential. We may take that concept or we may take this concept. Like this way, KVL need to be explained with the statement, with the example, equation need to be written. Then we have application of KCL, KVL to simple numerical examples. Straight away you will be getting in the exam the examples of two loop, three loop kind of exercise. In this example, you have been given any kind of example, maybe a two loop or three loop, given you the parameter, voltages, resistors, and sometimes labels were given, current directions were mentioned like that. Then you need to find out the basic unknowns. The basic unknowns in this particular chapter are currents. Once the currents are identified, branch currents are identified, we can identify the drop across that, power absorbed by that, or any of the potential in a certain point can be easily understood. So it is just writing up of KVL into the respective group 1, group 2, or loop 1, loop 2, and solve those two independent equations. So we'll be having assignment of variable. Suppose if I find here 10 ohm, 20 ohm, 40 ohm. So find out the branch currents over here or voltage across R3 if it is asked. How to reach it? We have to solve these two algebraic equations set up by KVL for the loop 1, KVL for the loop 2, then obtain what is I1, what is I2, what is I1 plus I2 together. You have to distribute the currents. You have an option how to distribute the current, and you have to follow the direction accordingly, and you have to solve those two equations, and you have to land upon. So like two loop or three loop kind of problem will be definitely put to you. Similarly, I have obtain R equivalent of so many resistor and voltage across certain resistors. Very simple. You have to have resistor in resistor in parallel, and combination. When I reduce, it become series like this. We can see. So little numerical accuracy is required. So you have to be careful about the numerical work here. Then you have another example. We have two resistor in parallel. Combination is in series with another resistor. It's called mixed resistor series. Series come parallel. You will be given certain information. Find out the current through each one of them. Voltage across the 6 ohm, voltage across the 12 ohm, voltage across the 4 ohm, like that. Any of the parameter can be asked. I was speaking VIP, volts, amps, and power are our best friends. So like this, we have to identify the path and we have to write the equations. So it's very simple equation you need to identify. So KVL writing up of equation, if you are comfortable, solving the equations with the given electrical circuit is quite easier in that way. Similarly, I have another two loop example. We have one source upward, one source downward. However is that I have narrated you the easy concept of taking the direction of travel is leaving the positive of the battery and getting back to negative of the battery is an easy concept, because you can write V equal to I into R concept. You can see here 20 equal to 10 into I1 plus 4 into I2. It means it is just V equal to IR concept can be done very easily. So that was explained to you and convinced. It is quite comfortable. I never say it is the only method. It is easier to go ahead because your calculator use this simple equation into the memory and you can solve it. So this way you need to take solution of numerical problems carefully. You have to understand maybe branch currents are your targets, voltage across a certain common element may be there, power absorbed by a certain I square R may be a target for you. So anything can be worked out provided you know the basic calculation, nothing but variables. Then we have three definitions. What is power? What is energy? What is work done? Like that. So electrical power is rate of doing work. P is W by T. Somewhere you have done here. Where is that? Here on. So electrical power is rate of doing energy work done divided by time. So energy is the total consumed power over a time. Power into time become electrical energy. Like I have given a narration. So in the electrical house, in all the houses, you have electrical supply connection. We have electrical gadgets which consume power and do some useful work for our requirement. So power consumed over a period of time, when I multiply rating of that equipment, how long it is in use, that become the power into time. Watt second, watt hour, kilowatt hour, like that. It is a energy. Energy is the consumption of power over a period of time. Then only power, when I say, it's the rate of doing work. When I do that equation, it become VIT by T. It become V into I. Power is V into I, or V squared by R, or I square R in electrical circuits. So that is, define the following would be a question. Define power, work done, energy, like that. So there you find the option of define and explain. Maybe 3 marks question or a small cut question. Maybe some adjustment of marks would be there. There you may get define the following, like that. Then when it is applied to a resistive circuit and division of voltage and division of current, again I made one more slide for you. Suppose I have 2 resistor in combination. Applied total voltage to the combination is Vs. Voltage across the first one is VR1. Voltage across second one is VR2. How is that VR1 Vs is related? How is that VR2 Vs is related? It's called voltage division I have applied. Then similarly I mentioned voltage division, one simple problem which you have already studied, and current division. When 2 resistors are in parallel to certain voltage, current total IT is flowing. What is IR1? What is IR2 in terms of IT? It is mentioned here. This is a short derivation we have to go around. This is one of the important question. This and numerical problems on that. Likewise, you have some numerical examples of VTU question papers have been discussed to you. Get the R equivalent of the combination shown, which has been done. So very simple. Just you have to be very straightforward. What is required? How to go ahead? What is the method? How to reach the destination in parts or in full? That you have to outline yourself and you have to go. This is how bit by bit. These 3 are in parallel. I have to solve. These 2 are in parallel. I have to solve. Then the equivalent of this is series with the equivalent of this, series with the total resistance. Then you have to get the value. Like that you can see it's being done. Then we have 2 resistors in parallel and connected to another resistor. Current division technique is asked here. So you have been challenged to know and practice current division. This has been already discussed with you people. Kindly recall back. Such numerical problems are there for your approach. So another numerical problem we have already discussed these points. So lot more numerical problems I have outlined, and in fact I have been shared to you. So these questions are definitely examination question paper problems. If you practice these things, I am 100% sure that you can attempt any problem which has come in the exam. I guarantee that. That is my confidence with you people, and with the content which I am sharing to you can definitely make you confident of making every attempt possible. It need not be the same problem you are going to get. I am promising you. I am promising you that the confidence what you get in solving these variety of problems, I am 100% sure you will attempt any question which appear in this subject. Means in this particular chapter I am speaking.